Imagine trying to file your taxes only to find out that over 15,000 IRS employees have just been laid off right in the middle of tax season. Keep your financial records in order. Build your business on a solid financial foundation so that no matter what, you're A-okay. Okay? That's the first thing. Listen, if any of this gave you pause, take action. Don't sit in a place of anxiety and fear and worry because things are changing in the economy. No, boss up and take action. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Say Yes to Profits podcast. I am Octavia Conner, your host and CEO of Say Yes to Profits. Say Yes to Profits is a virtual CFO and accounting firm for women-owned consulting firms and agencies who desire to master their finances, maximize cash flow, minimize taxes, and confidently say yes to profits. Listen, with our signature Say Yes to Profits framework, we have a track record of helping over 97% of our CFO clients grow anywhere between 30% and 350 within 12 months and save about 55% on average in taxes. Y'all, what is going on with the IRS? We are right in the middle of tax season and the new administration is firing people. OMG. Do you find yourself a little bit apprehensive or worried about what's going on and how it's going to impact your business? Well, again, that's the purpose of this episode. I want to give you 3 different segments, okay? Segment number 1 is all about the information that you need in order to not stress, like what is going on right now. Segment number 2 is all about preparing you. And segment number 3 is all about helping you never have stress with your taxes, okay? So let's get into it. Number 1, what's happening right now? The IRS layoffs and government cuts, they're shocking, right? So the IRS is laying off up to 15,000 employees during the busiest tax season due to federal budget cuts under the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE initiative. Right? These cuts mainly impact probationary employees, which means fewer people processing returns, answering tax questions, and handling the overall filing of business and personal taxes, right? And here's the kicker. These cuts come at a time when small business owners are already struggling with economic uncertainties, inflations, and the ever-changing tax code. So what is the overall purpose of this? Well, from my research, what I have found is that their goal is to streamline government spending, but I have to ask, at what cost? Like for small business owners, this means fewer IRS agents processing returns, fewer IRS agents answering tax questions, right? And overall ensuring a smooth operation. So again, at what cost, right? Okay, so let's move to segment number 2. So segment number 2 is all about the immediate implication and impact on you, on me as small business owners, right? And so what does this mean for us? Well, I found out a couple of things. Number 1, it means processing delays. With fewer IRS employees handling returns, you can expect processing delays. You can expect an increased wait time for approval. You can expect a possible tax return backlog. Number 2, customer service bottlenecks. There already isn't enough problems when you call the customer service agents at the IRS. Well, with firing up to 15,000 employees, this means that you want to prepare for even longer hold times and slower response times and fewer available IRS representatives, fewer available agents to answer your critical questions. Like you may not even get through, and it's already challenging enough to get through to the IRS. The third is possible compliance risk and issues. So small business owners who depend on timely IRS guidance and updates to their publications and things like that. Like there may be a delay in those things. And I am one who stays on the IRS websites, reading the different publications and wanting to stay up to date on all of that information so I can provide the best tax strategy and information to my clients. And so if you're similar to me, then you can expect a little bit of delay in those type of things, a little bit of delay in the information that they update on their website as well. Okay, so how do you now navigate all of this, right? Well, what do you need to do? Well, that's all in segment number 3, which is what we're about to deep dive into. So one of the things I want you to think about doing, if you haven't already done it, because we're in the middle of tax season, number 1 is go ahead and file your return and file it accurate, right? Make sure that everything is up to date. Make sure everything is in order. Make sure everything is accurate so that you're not caught up in any errors or delays or pushback from the IRS. The next thing, which piggybacks off of what I just mentioned, is to triple, double, quadruple check your documentations. Errors could now take even longer to resolve. So you want to make sure that your financials, your deductions, your credits, your tax return overall is 100% correct. And then it goes without saying to work with a tax professional. Instead of relying on all these softwares and being the DIY king or queen, I recommend you hire a CFO, a tax strategist, or a CPA, any of those professionals to help you remain in compliance, okay? And then if you are expecting some type of refund or something, adjust your cash flow, right? Stay on top of that because it could be not necessarily guaranteed, but it could be a delay that you'll receive that as well, okay? So we've arrived at the profit check yourself moment, okay? And so I want to hear from you. If the IRS stops working, how do you think that will affect your business? Let me know in the comments. What do you think is going to happen? Okay. So I want to give you a few things to think about so that you don't have to feel apprehension, worry, or fear with everything that's going on right now. Okay. So number 1, I want you to think about and make sure that your financial records, they're up to date, they're audit proof. Now, here's the thing. You can't stop an audit, right? So audit proof, when I say that, doesn't mean that, oh, I'm going to stop an audit from happening. What it means is that your financial records are so reliable, they're so in order, they're in compliance with the IRS, with GAAP, which is General Acceptance Accounting Principles here in the U.S., that if you were to get audited, you have your documentations, you have your receipts, everything is in order, and you're A-OK through that audit. So that's one thing you want to make sure that is taking place right now and forever. Right? Not just in the middle of this, but you should have an accounting team. You should have an expert that is truly helping you keep your financial records in order. Build your business on a solid financial foundation so that no matter what, you're A-OK. Okay? That's the first thing. Number 2, I cannot not say not to have a cash reserve, not to have money saved. We don't know what's going to happen with the changes in the economy, with the new administration. Like, we just don't know. So you want to make sure you have a cushion, a minimum of a 6-month cash reserve so that you're okay and you can weather any type of storm that is taking place. Okay? Also, you need to ask yourself, is your current accounting and or CFO team reliable enough to handle the IRS changes and to provide you with the financial insight, oversight, and foresight to weather economic storms? If they're not, maybe it's time to hire someone new. Cheese. Listen, if any of this gave you pause, take action. Don't sit in a place of anxiety and fear and worry because things are changing in the economy. No, boss up and take action to ensure that your business and you and your family and anyone else that is impacted by what is taking place will not be impacted by it, that you will be okay. Makes sense? Yes, yes? Let me know in the comment. And honestly, you all, the reality is that these massive IRS layoffs are creating a tax season storm, one that small business owners are unfortunately caught right up in the middle of it, right? With processing delays, with longer wait times for assistance, with potential compliance risks, this tax season isn't just business as usual. It is a potential financial minefield, right? But, the good news is that you are not powerless, period, right? By staying informed, by planning ahead, and by implementing strategic financial moves, by avoiding pitfalls, by understanding what's going on, by protecting your profits, and by keeping your financials strong, your business can prepare for no matter what, right? So no matter what happens with the IRS, you will be in full control. Okay. If you have any questions or any comments, or just tell me your thoughts on what's going on, all right, leave those below. And if you have watched up until this time, I'm gonna need you to hit the subscribe button like right now. Okay. Help a girl out. Hit subscribe, hit like, and I would love to hear from you. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. This is Octavia Conner. And until next time, say yes to profits, everyone. Toodles! Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Say Yes to Profits podcast. Now it is time for you to make money moves. Take action based on what you learn. Now, see you on the next episode. Say Yes to Profits. Toodles!